So, see if I can get the fucking camera right. Here we go. Every single one of you fucking deer hunters out there that says, buy a grunt tube, buy rattling horns, buy all this super special scent and shit. You know, all of those people that sit there and say, well, I need you to go and fucking try this shit out. And, you know, when you get out there, go and do the grunting, you know. Get out there and do that kind of grunt. And then, you know, guess what? You're full of shit. In all of my 38 fucking years alive, I have never once heard a deer make more than the sound of a fart or a burp. And before you say, oh, well, Blaine, that's just them grunting. Sorry. Is not a grunt. Is not a grunt. Neither of those sounded like. You see the difference now? Not a single one of those is a fucking grunt. All of those, every last one of those, is a bodily fucking function. Not a call. You know what the most sound I've ever heard a deer make is? As it walks through the woods. Quite literally the sound of crumpling leaves. So you want to sit there and you want to tell me that these fuckers, they make all this noise and the, you know, scent is so fucking important that I have to utilize this extra special piss in a bottle. I spent all my money. I spent a whole bunch of money on all that shit. You know what I didn't get this year? After spending all that money on all that bullshit, instead of hunting the way that I traditionally do, which is to literally fucking soak my ass in rainwater, disappear in a place where I can't even see myself, and shoot from there, or go running through the beds, bumping deer up, and then fucking having them bounce up in front of me and blast them that way. You know the difference between those two options? I did the other option this year where I sat in a blind and I called and I had fucking scent everywhere and all that horse shit. The only difference is that this year I called. You know, 7 years ago, sorry, no, not 7 years ago, it would be 2019, 17, 2016. Deer season 2016. You know what I did in order to actually see deer? I laid flat in a pile of fucking leaves across from where I knew deer would run through as a herd, because I'd seen their trail. You know what I saw? A fuck ton of deer. You know what I heard? If you didn't notice, I was giving you a context clue. It was utter silence. Not a goddamn thing. Because let's be very honest with each other. Deer don't make noise. They don't make fucking sound at all. In fact, they stop making sound right about the point in time where they have their balls drop or their ovaries rise. they stop making sound. The only deer that makes a sound is a baby deer, and it sounds like this. You know how I know that the baby deer makes that sound? Because I use that to hunt fucking coyotes. I use that noise to hunt coyotes. That is the only sound that deer make, and they only make it while they are fawns. So all of you fucking lying pieces of shit out there that keep on saying, oh, deer fucking grunt, and they go out there and they bleat, and they make all these noises and sounds and this, that, and the other. No, the fuck they don't. You're just trying to sell a product. And I'm sick and tired of listening to you try to sell me bullshit. You know how I've been successful hunting deer? A .22 long rifle, hunting into the wind and constantly fucking moving. Never stopping. Because unless I am laying flat out to where even God himself doesn't have the ability to see my ass, those deer see you and they don't fucking wait. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to fucking try and prove myself wrong. Not this season, but next season, because apparently this season's fucked. To the point where not only are there no deer here, but there's no deer across the country. I've heard stories about Missouri, they're fucking lacking in deer. I've heard stories about North Dakota, they're lacking in deer. These are two of the biggest fucking deer states in the Union. I've heard stories about how it doesn't matter where you go, the deer are like gone. They fucking don't exist. You know what that says to me? Piss poor roadway management. Because they're getting hit on the fucking roadway. I'm watching as the does get chased onto the road by the bucks and then get smacked the fuck all to death. But I'm never there quick enough to be able to claim that animal. You know, roadkill. So since that's the case, and every fucking time I go out there, the most I see is a damn chipmunk or crows. I use the fucking scent away bullshit. I've used the smudges that I'm used to using. I mean, honest to God, I use a smudge. This is how I hunt. This is how I normally hunt. I've tried everything this year. Down to the fucking, the just short of hunting over bait. And I'm not that kind of piece of shit who I'm going to fucking sit there and hunt over bait, because let's be honest, ethics aside, hunting over bait is more like trapping. It's not hunting. It's trapping. You should have a trapper's license if you're going to go and hunt over bait. Let's just be honest with each other. There's no such fucking thing as hunting over bait. There is trapping. And there is hunting. Hunting, you know where the animal's traveling to and from. You know what the animal's behavior is. And you know what they eat and that they need water, they need food, they need shelter. And you stand yourself in a place where you have access to at least two out of the three. You know what? I'm going to be fair and honest with y'all. I'm not listening to people's lies anymore. This gun right here, as you can see, is unloaded. But this gun right here has the ability to take a deer. So you fuckers in Oregon, fuck you and your bullshit. This gun has more power than this gun does. And this is the one which is legal to utilize in the state of Oregon. This gun has follow-up shots. This gun actually fucking fires when I pull the trigger. This gun actually puts the bullet where I want it to fucking go. This gun is the fucking gun that I'm going to utilize to fucking hunt with, and I don't give a flying fuck about your goddamn bullshit-ass ethics rules. Because why? Because they are bullshit. Have we made ourselves abundantly clear on this point? Every time I turn around and I ask you motherfuckers for a single fucking thing, basically, can you give me clues on what to do? You lie to me. The best advice I've gotten so far is go and fucking shoot for minutes a deer. Do you know what that does for you when you're in the thick of the woods and, you know, everything can see you and smell you before you ever see them, and, you know, you can't fucking hunt except from a tree stand and except silently over the top of bait? Do you know what I call that? Proof you motherfuckers lie.